All right, key 49ers update that's going to shine a big light into how organizationally healthy they are, how they're operating on a year in to year out basis, fitting under the salary cap, building a strong roster. And it's on the screen right in front of you. The 49ers officially have 11 draft picks in this 2023 draft that's going to be coming up at the end of April. It had been expected that the 49ers would have only 10, but they netted 7 compensatory picks, not just 6 as some of the predictive formulas had indicated. Over the cap charts this, and they predicted the 49ers would have 6 compensatory picks. The 49ers instead have 7 comp picks, and they have now maxed out the NFL rules with those 7 comp picks. To give you the NFL today awarded 37 total comp picks to all 32 teams around the league. 37 divided amongst those 32 teams. The 49ers have 7 of those 37 comp picks. That is 18% of the NFL's comp picks today were given to the 49ers, were earned by the 49ers. The 49ers, they make up only 3% of the league, 1 out of 32 teams, right? 3% of the league, 18% of the comp picks. The 49ers managed to essentially garner 6 times as many comp picks as you'd expect them to have. And this is so key in understanding how the 49ers work. Anyway, you want to see those picks? I'm sure you do. Here you go. And I have the wrong thing up on the screen. The 49ers have 11 2023 draft picks. I'm sorry. I think I put up his Robbie Gould bluffing. Wasn't even looking at my screen there. The 49ers have 11 2023 draft picks. Robbie Gould might be bluffing. We could put that back up there. That was from the previous show. But they have maxed out NFL rules with 7 of these comp picks. Now, if you want to see all 11 of them, here you go. It starts with the 3 third-rounders that they received as part of the minority hiring incentive. So that's Martin Mayhew, Adam Peters. That's Martin Mayhew, Mike McDaniel, and they had one more last year on the executive ranks. Rand Carthon, one more. So that was this past season. That's 3 third-round picks for the 49ers. And the 49ers have 3 fifth-round picks, one of them coming from Miami in the Jeff Wilson Jr. trade, 1 sixth-round pick. That was a player comp for Arden Key's departure, and 4 seventh-round picks, including 2 comp picks, one more than expected thanks to the shuffle involving Raheem Mostert and Oren Burks. The 49ers lost Mostert to Miami, picked up Oren Burks from Green Bay. The comp formula works in complicated ways. You've got pay and everything determining who gets what. Well, the 49ers ended up on the unexpectedly good side of that formula. So they picked up another 7th rounder. And before anybody says, oh, well, another 7th round pick doesn't matter, well, consider that the 49ers used a comp pick, the very last pick in last year's draft, obtained because C.J. Beathard left to Jacksonville on Brock Purdy. So C.J. Beathard's departure turned into the pick that the 49ers used on Brock Purdy. That was a 7th round comp pick, very last pick in the 2022 draft. So every single one of these picks matters. The 49ers picked up an extra 7th rounder today through the unexpected news. They now have 11 picks in the 3rd round and beyond. And hey, each one of these picks is just another dart to throw at the wall. That's how the draft works, right? The draft is unpredictable. The draft is hard to hit in. Even first rounders don't have the highest hit rates. So 7th rounders especially are going to have lower hit rates. The more darts you have to throw at the wall, the better your ultimate chance of success is. And this is the 49ers organizational strategy. They let certain players walk. They're probably going to let Mike McGlinchey walk. They let somebody like Arden Key walk last year. They know that letting those players walk instead of overpaying them garners the team compensatory selections in return. The 49ers also simultaneously try to develop their coaching staff to prepare them for advancements elsewhere. NFL rules are set up to reward the 49ers for setting their coaches up for advancement. So with that whole minority hiring practice, the 49ers have garnered many, many third-round picks in return, including 3 in this draft. You add on to that the fact that they've picked up a max of 4 player compensatory picks in this draft, and that means that 3 plus 4 equals 7. They've maxed out NFL rules with 7 comp picks. You're not allowed any more comp picks in a draft. The 49ers have 7. Again, 7 out of the 37 awarded by the NFL today. 4 player departure comps, that is the limit. 3 coach and exec promotion comps, that is also the limit. And this is very clearly the 49ers organizational strategy. Now, even more powerfully here, because the 49ers are becoming a more and more top-heavy roster as the years go on, right? They keep on giving big money to their own. It's usually to their own draft picks. They're rewarding them with big contracts. With that happening on a year in, year out basis, the 49ers need to find ways to save on the margins. Well, to save on the margins, you want to use the draft's cost-controlled structure. Every subsequent draft pick costs less money on the cap. It's a fixed cost than the one before it. So if you look at rounds 3 to 7, they're a whole lot cheaper than rounds 1 and 2. It's especially round 1 that is extremely expensive relative to rounds 2 to 7. So the 49ers, as you can see up on the screen here, they don't own a draft pick above number 99. But that means that they also will not inherit a salary cap hit that's more than $1 million in the 2023 season. So you talk about a crowded cap situation. Well, the most cost-efficient way to fit players under a crowded cap situation is to have draft picks, multiple draft picks, because those are cost-controlled by the rookie wage scale. So the 49ers can keep their expensive front-end roster afloat by hoarding draft picks through the compensatory formula to develop players and build at the margins. And hey, if you pick correctly, then in 4 years, one of these guys earns some money and walks, he'll become a compensatory pick. The New England Patriots under Belichick and Brady, when they were going through their dynasty, this is how they operated on a year in to year out basis. But they didn't have the minority hiring incentive in place yet for coaches. So it was impossible to get as many comp picks as the 49ers have gotten this season. Again, 7 comp picks. This is the limit. So the 49ers are really, really executing this system well. They're going to have 11 picks in this draft, despite the fact they only own 2 of their original picks for the 2023 draft. They traded a bunch away for Christian McCaffrey. They traded a bunch away in order to move up to number 3 to draft Trey Lance in 2021. But they have replenished those picks and more through a couple trades. There was the 5th round trade for Jeff Wilson and the 7th rounder in return for the linebacker Jonas Griffith a year. So they've masterfully played all of these angles to be able to pick up these 11 picks, all of which will have cap hits of under $1 million in the 2023 season, to give you an idea of how the 49ers can fit all these players on their roster under the salary cap. 11 2023 draft picks officially for San Francisco. So that's the update. We'll see what the 49ers do with these picks now, and we'll also see what they do with the financial security and the financial freedom I think they feel that they've earned through the fact that they've arranged everything in such a cost-controlled way. But in totality, we can see that this team is in a healthy spot financially and in a healthy spot with the draft picks, despite the fact that they have spent a lot in recent seasons to acquire some serious star power. And I'm talking spent a lot of money and spent a lot of draft capital, because that's what was used to acquire a player like Christian McCaffrey. But if you replenish adequately, well, you can get yourself into a position of being able to hold the line and restock on a year in and year out basis. So that's a look into the 49ers organizational strategy. They officially have 11 2023 draft picks. They've maxed out that comp formula. The list of draft picks is up on the screen. We will talk to you all very soon. And hey, I accidentally put this up there. Maybe we could talk a little bit more about that over the weeks. Is Robbie Gould bluffing? Well, we'll find out. I certainly know the 49ers have more room to re-sign Robbie Gould now that they can fill other spots with cost-controlled draft picks. That's the strategy. That's all I have. We'll talk to you soon.